Hey everyone, Frugal Panda here with a quick review and walk through Old Town Lafayette, Colorado. Lafayette, Colorado is a city to the north of Denver near Boulder, Colorado. It's not that far from Boulder and Longmont and those areas of Colorado. It's got a population of 30,000 people. It sits at an elevation of about 5,200 feet. Lafayette is really nice. I came up here once and then I was checking out a little bit, but then I said, no, I'm going to come back when the weather is better. So here we are, it's summertime. Old Town Lafayette is, of course, their older area of the city. They're more like their historic area. They have special events here like Art Night Out, which is like the second Fridays of the month, through May through September. They have the Peach Festival in August, the Beer Festival in September, and the Oatmeal Festival in January. It has different things like art on the street exhibits. The city hall is located here. They have a collective community art center here as well. Bob L. Berger Recreation Center, so the rec center's down here, one of them anyway. And they have community gardens. I'm just walking around. I want to check it out. I've never really paid attention to Lafayette, to be honest with you. And I've been here 30 years almost. I've been in Colorado now probably most of my life. Believe it or not, it's weird for me to say myself. So I usually, when I get away, I try and get far away from Denver. So I've been exploring it a little bit more, the areas around Denver itself, closer to Denver. Usually I would skip over the smaller cities such as this, and I'd be in Boulder or somewhere like this. But I saw Lafayette and I was like, oh, it looks pretty cool. I can tell you I lost some of my footage, but I had some, the houses around downtown are really nice as well. So they have some very nice, it's super clean little city. It's very clean. I saw the cops driving by here and there. Their presence is known in downtown. They're not going to put up with anything. I can tell that. They want to keep their downtown clean. And I'm willing to bet probably a lot of the law enforcement and fire department and people like that, public servants, actually live in this city as well. You can always tell how good a city is, and by how many of the people that are in public service actually live in those areas. Denver, for example, a lot of people who work as in law enforcement or the fire department and things like that do not live in Denver proper. They move further away, usually because of better schools, better quality of life. So they'll commute into Denver and less crime. Lafayette obviously doesn't have these problems. You can look at it and you can tell it's clean. When I would get in my car, I didn't take any video, but I would drive around. You could see kids all over by themselves riding bikes, like groups of kids, like I'm Gen X, growing up seeing, and I know people still do this in a lot of areas too once you get outside the city, but kids riding around on their bikes of all ages and stuff like that, riding down the trails and stuff. That's always a good sign when you see kids out, by themselves riding around and having fun. That means their parents feel like the area that they live in is safe to live in. While I was here, I would grab a bite to eat. Nothing fancy. I just went to, I think it was called Ghost Box Pizza. Sat down, had some water, and ate a whole pizza. It was a small pizza. I didn't mean to eat all of it, but I didn't really want a whole pizza. Usually when I just wanted a couple slices, but they make you buy a whole pizza. So I had to buy a whole pizza. And I ate the whole thing. So yeah, the city, so Old Town runs primarily along Public Road and Simpson Street. So I went up here. I went to a pawn shop up here, and people here are real nice, by the way. And I really couldn't find anything to buy. Then I got my son a fillet knife for fishing. So like a fillet knife, it was like $8. Well, when I would get home, I would look this fillet knife up, and it's like the ones that go door to door selling. They were selling on Amazon for like almost $200. I was like, okay, whatever. I told him that. He was happy, but I was like, I guess $200 for a fillet knife. So anyway, I would drive around. I would check out this area. I'd also drive into some of the other areas outside of downtown, and they were just as gorgeous. A very, very clean city, everyone. This is a beautiful little city, and it's convenient. So you can work in Boulder or you can work in Denver. You can pick your poison, as they say. I will have videos also of Boulder coming up later on that I went to. But this is one of those days I didn't have much going on. I got home early from camping. I was doing a test run, so So I actually came home a day early after I got everything done I needed. So I still had that little itch. So I hopped in the car. I think I took the electric car. Yeah, I took the electric car in and rode up and drove up here. Hung out, went to a pawn shop, grabbed a bite to eat. I always stop at the Walmarts because they be having different stuff depending on which one you go to. And also, Walmart a lot of times will tell the story of how an area actually is. And also in this area, if you go to that Walmart, there's you'll see college kids. You see all types of different people. A lot of college kids probably live here as well. It's not that far from Boulder. And they might have a community college or something here as well. I drove around. I wanted to check it out. They had some trails I was interested in when I come back. I kind of regretted not bringing my e-bike. A real nice gentleman told me, he just started randomly talking to me while I was sitting out there eating pizza, and he said he loves it here. I can't remember if he said he was from there or he had moved there, but he said he wouldn't change it for the world. He said he rides his e-bike everywhere and stuff like that. And he seemed really genuinely happy living there. And I can believe it. It seems like a really nice community and stuff. People seem to be in pretty good spirits. Diversity, yes, I saw quite a bit of that. Like I said, it's a super clean city, everyone. I mean, I go a lot of places, and some places, they're just not very nice and clean, and then other places are, and then some places, the climate doesn't lend to it either. Desert towns can sometimes look filthy and stuff, but it's just, there's sand everywhere. But comparing this to see where was I at before here, probably Taos, I think. I was in Trinidad. Trinidad was pretty clean in the downtown. When you got outside of it, it got a little dirty, but they had more of a homeless population. And do they have homeless here? I don't know. I didn't see them. And I don't think they would let them hang around in downtown Lafayette. I'm sure they have a shelter or something here. They may have an ordinance where they can't be on the streets and they need to be in the shelters and stuff like that at night. I really don't know, but because I just didn't see them. It was mostly sunny, but then at times it was overcast here when I was walking around and driving around. But it was okay. It was a nice day. It was probably in the 70s, I would guess. I think I might have been wearing shorts, actually. But like I said, my biggest regret was not bringing my e-bike to zip around the town. Would I recommend Lafayette checking it out? Oh yeah, I would. Go check out this little city. It's really cool. You can hit here, you can go to Boulder, you can do all that stuff. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. This is Frugal Panda. I was visiting Lafayette, Colorado. Bye.